My name is Dr. Fazal Butt. I'm a GP in Bury. My surgery is called Huntley Mount Medical Centre. As you know, over the last few months, many tens of thousands of people have had their vaccine in Bury, and millions of people across the country have had their coronavirus vaccine. And by doing so, they've given themselves much needed protection against this horrible disease. The majority of people who have had the vaccine so far have been 50-year-olds and above, and other people with health conditions. And more recently, we're seeing people from the South Asian community starting to have the vaccine in larger numbers, which is really great to see. So over the next few weeks, many people will be offered their second COVID vaccine dose, and some people will be offered their first dose. And this may coincide with the holy month of Ramadan. Some people have legitimate questions and concerns about how they may manage to have the vaccine whilst they're fasting, and hopefully we'll use this video to answer some of those questions. A really important question we are asked often is, will having the coronavirus vaccine break one's fast? The simple answer to that is no. The vast majority of scholars, Islamic scholars, have said having the vaccine and other vaccines as well, such as tetanus and things, during a person's fasting hours will not invalidate the fast, will not break the fast. So from that perspective, you are quite safe to have the vaccine. The injection goes into the arm, usually into the muscle area, and this way it does not affect the fast. If you still have any further questions, you are welcome to ask your local imams at your mosque or scholars that you know, but I'm confident that the answer will be no. Having a coronavirus vaccine whilst fasting does not break your fast. So another really important question that we asked is, while someone's fasting, if they have the vaccine, how will they combat potential side effects they may have? And I think it's a fair question. It is true, some people will develop mild side effects after having the vaccine, such as a headache or a mild fever, or perhaps the arm might be sore. But this usually only lasts a few days and then passes over. Of course, you have to remember, many people will not have any side effects at all, and they'll have the injection and feel absolutely fine. Perhaps one way to counter this problem might be to have the vaccine late in the day. So some of our clinics in Bury, and I'm sure other clinics, run till 6, 7 and 8 p.m. If you were to have the vaccine late in the day, perhaps closer to the time of the fast opening, you can have the vaccine and go home and perhaps open your fast, have some food and drink, and if need be, then you can take some medication such as paracetamol, depending on how you're feeling. So that might be one way to counter the issue with the side effects. Another question that we get asked, especially on social media, is the vaccine halal or haram? Is it permissible or not permissible for Muslims? The first thing I like to say here is, for any medication or vaccine to be classed as halal or haram, permissible or not permissible, is not really the remit of doctors, it's the remit of Islamic scholars. And all of the Islamic scholars have said that the vaccine is absolutely permissible. There is no haram, there is no impermissible ingredient in there, and therefore you can have the vaccine quite safely. The two main vaccines being used in the UK are the Pfizer vaccine and the AstraZeneca vaccine, and they're absolutely safe and they are not haram at all. They're perfectly halal, and I would encourage you, whenever you're called to have the vaccine without any delay, if you're fasting or not fasting. So I've had both doses of my vaccination, and so has my mother, and other members of my family who were eligible have also had their vaccine. And I personally don't know any doctor who's not had the vaccine. I think it's really important that people from the South Asian community have their vaccine, because as we all know, people from South Asian backgrounds are more likely to become more poorly or end up in intensive care and even die if they catch COVID infection. So the vaccine is really important for them, and we have most to benefit. So I would urge you, whenever you're called for the vaccine, please go and have the vaccine without any delay. It could be by having the vaccine, you save your life and the life of your loved ones. For further information regarding coronavirus or the coronavirus vaccine, you can go onto the following websites: or you can contact your doctor.